Today we're going to take a look at a game that I remembered watching clips of on Cinematheque Nocturnal Emissions on G4. That was the nighttime version of Cinematheque with the porn games. This was recorded off of an actual PS2, so it might be a little fuzzy. The game is called Wordimagesoundplay, and it's very akin to what would now probably be passed off as an art game. And back whenever it was released, likely would have been called a digital toy, or something like that. That said, only a few thousand copies are said to exist, so probably if anybody actually came across it, they just called it weird. The company that made this game is an art studio in the UK called Tomato. They've worked with a number of companies to create advertising campaigns, as well as art installations for museums and other architectural projects. Interestingly, they don't mention Wordimagesoundplay on their website, and it's not a matter of it being too old because they have projects on there from the 90s. They do mention that they've worked with Sony and PlayStation specifically, but not on what. So, not sure if there's just some kind of weird rights issue, or if maybe they don't want anybody to remember that this exists. I'm going to try to let the game do most of the talking for itself, because it's kind of hard to talk over it, but I might chime in a little later. This first thing, though, is like an interactive storybook. It's kind of an interesting concept. I don't end up covering the whole thing, but yeah, just check it out.
No news, and his wife rested. A dream of 7 flowers, the lake and silence, the beginning of everything. His daughter returned. He picks the flowers one by one. She will come back. He drifts further into the trees, the tiny white flowers in clusters of circles twinkling. The wind grows stronger and he moves faster. He strides now, he steps further and further apart, bending and picking flowers as he goes. That morning had been hard. Children had been crying and he was tired. There were more bills and a court summons. Last night he had been awake too long, unsettled.
So you might have noticed that the audio is out of sync with the text. That's not a recording issue. That ended up being a problem with how I'm playing these games. I'm actually running them through an Ethernet connection into the PS2. And I know that that's not going to mean much to most of you, but basically it's my fault, and I end up fixing it later. It's not really that big of a deal for this thing, though.
Broken web, last night's waking dream. The shore is gone, high tide has come, the crocodiles swim out to sea, all our things are washed away. The light flickers around the machines, in the corner, past the grinder. The light from the window as the sun breaks on the cowshed. The light filling everything with power, remembering the rowan, the birch, and the hay. He ran after his daughter, through the trees, hiding and seeking, and she laughed and giggled, screaming with joy when he found her.
男は娘の後を追って走る。木々の間を縫い、かくれんぼしながら。
So I actually forgot to mention that this was only released in Japan. In spite of the fact that it was made by a UK art studio, I am guessing that Sony/PlayStation in Japan were the ones who commissioned this. So you can only get it in the Japanese format. In spite of that, all the menus are in English, and almost everything in the game is in English, including the voiceover, as you've heard.
From the first floor balcony, he could see out over all of his land. His hand and face are tingling, cold. From the fence to the lake, and the forest waiting on the hill, as the wild stood in his long sleep, dreaming. He jumped from the balcony, landing.
But pressing the triangle button in this game, and there's another game thing that lets you switch languages, will change everything to Japanese. Why did they have a UK art studio do this? And why is everything in English and Japanese, yet it was only published in Japan? Who knows?
It had seemed to him that he had wandered very far, a strange enchanted journey he had been taken many times before. The same pathway, never the same, always of this one moment passing by, something very sad and also just something, a path, nothing. The sun was very low, setting late in the evening, casting long the shadows ahead and behind, to the future and the past. At the end of the path, by the end of the forest, on a little hill, and below, down to the lake, and over there, the cows lowing, flies all around, midges and tiny black flies, sharp pinpricks all over, again and again on the hands and face, red swells flame. The light filling everything with power, remembering the rowan, the birch and the hay. Under the window, the child's empty bed, where the light rests and he falls, pain stinging his hand and his face, out of the door and onto the ground. The worm waits under the hill.
So I did end up digging through the game files and found that all of that text is available just as plain text. So I will probably do a follow-up video that's a lot shorter, just talking about what all I found in there. And if you want the entirety of that story, because it is kind of fucking weird, I will have it in that video. In the meantime, we've got Sleeping Eye coming, which this unbelievably long loading screen is because of that technical issue that I mentioned earlier. It something to do with the way that it streams resources into the game. But anyway, this Sleeping Eye thing, it looks like a slider puzzle at first, and maybe that is what it actually is, but it's probably the most fleshed out experience aside from Phrenology, which we will get to. Very, very strange short film thing. Not sure what to make of it, but yeah, I'll just cut to that now.
Fall to my knees, praying up over me, mind of a moth kings, galaxies, inside inside my flesh should strike against I. Breath, breath, breath. Breathe. Word changing words. Rain coming down, falling. Create me. Handcuffed under an eagle. Flying in slow motion. Lavender, calendula, narrowly.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was a thing that Sony funded. Fuck if I know what the hell that was all about, but there seems to be 2 scenes that I missed, and I just don't care. So I saved the game and then moved on. Now this next piece, I guess you could call it, is the least interactive and, as far as I can tell, the least fleshed out of all the experiences. And some of the stuff I found in the game files kind of point to this having been rushed out the door, maybe. Or maybe they just ran out of ideas for it. I'm really not sure. So basically you scroll the wording going to the sides with one stick, and you scroll the words going up and down with the other stick, if I remember right, at least. Either way, that's all the interaction you really do. You can kind of move the words around the screen as well, but there is no point as far as I can tell. And then you try to match the words together that are orange. I don't know what the point of this is, if there is a point, maybe there isn't. But once you match the words together, you can press the interaction button or the circle button to swap between the 2 cities in the background, and it changes the music. I don't think there's anything else to this. I don't know if it's like trying to tell a story. There you can also press the triangle button, I believe, to swap between Japanese and English. It doesn't do anything else. So Yeah. And I just checked, the two cities are Tokyo and Kent. I don't know where Kent is, but that's the name of the two video files. Kent and Tokyo. I don't know. And so let's move on to the star of the show, at least in my mind. The piece that I remember seeing on Cinematheque that made me think, I want to know what the fuck this is and what you do in it and whether there is anything else to this. And, well, I ended up learning that there was, but yeah, this is Phrenology. And again, I'm just going to let it speak for itself for a minute, and then I'll talk a little more about what's actually going on.
Hello, my name's Ben and I'm a runner.
My name is Anthony Rogers, and I work at Tomato as the technical part of the founder of Interactive. My A.
Yo, Graham Wood. Yo.
That's it. My letter has ended.
Technology or technology. They both interest me. Technology or technology. They both interest me. Technology or technology. Technology or technology. 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 Technology.
It's difficult to know, to be precise.
Technology. Technology.
Hello, my name's Ben and I'm a runner.
Technology.
Hello, my name's Ben and I'm a runner.
Technology.
Hello, my name's Ben and I'm a runner.
Technology.
Hello, my name's Ben and I'm a runner. Hello, my name's Ben and I'm a runner.
Technology.
Hello, my name's Ben and I'm a runner.
Technology.
Hello, my name's Ben and I'm a runner.
Technology.
Hello, my name's Ben and I'm a runner. Hello, my name's Ben and I'm a runner.
Technology.
Hello, my name's Ben and I'm a runner.
Technology.
Hello, my name's Ben and I'm a runner.
Technology.
Hello, my name's Ben and I'm a runner. Hello, my name's Ben and I'm a runner.
Technology.
Hello, my name's Ben and I'm a runner.
Technology.
Hello, my name's Ben and I'm a runner.
Technology.
Hello, my name's Ben and I'm a runner. Hello, my name's Ben
As you
and
may
I'm
have
a
figured
runner.
out by now, just by watching whatever that Sam Hill I'm doing,
Hello,
you can basically take these 8 video playback feed things
Hello,
and choose a clip, and you can adjust the volume on the left there,
Hello,
and
my
on the
name's
right you
Ben
can
and I'm a
adjust the
runner.
length. You can only cut it off, you can't start it
Hello,
late, which is
my
kind
name's Ben
of
and I'm a
unfortunate,
runner.
but in the follow-up video I'll talk about
Hello,
some of
my name's
the
Ben and
kind
I'm
of
a runner.
impressiveness of this, but I won't get into the weeds of it here.
Hello,
Yeah,
my name's Ben and I'm a runner.
just kind of choose the clips, and they all play at the
Hello,
same time,
my name's Ben and I'm a
and
runner.
you can kind of make a weird song-like
Hello, my name's Ben and I'm a
cacophony,
runner.
I guess you would call it. I really,
Hello,
really
my name's Ben
like
and I'm a runner.
this, like, very much
Hello,
tickles my fancy. It reminds me of MTV Music Generator on PlayStation 1,
My name's Ben.
and
I'm a runner.
kind of like a lot of those sequencer things that used to be like on Newgrounds and stuff. And basically, you got a variety of samples, and you can tell it when to make the sample, play the sounds, and whatnot. Kind of reminiscent of the piano.
My name's Ben. I'm a runner.
FL Studios, you use that. But I think this is an utterly fascinating tool. Just the fact
My
that it
name's
was
Ben.
in a
I'm a
PS2
runner.
game. Like, I don't know. I've never seen
My name's Ben. I'm a
anything
runner.
quite like this be published by such a big name company.
My name's Ben. I'm a runner.
But yeah, this is kind of what attracted me to this in the
My
first
name's
place.
Ben. I'm a runner.
And man, am I ever so happy that I searched on archive.org and
My name's
found this.
Ben.
I mean, bought it off of eBay legally. But yeah,
Hello. My name's
so
Ben. I'm a runner.
yeah, check out that other video. I might just upload them both at the same
My
time.
name's
I don't
Ben.
know.
I'm a runner.
About to run out of footage, so bye.